guys. Now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another top 10 list for 2017. First we took a look at the top 10 toys for 2017. Now we're going to flip it upside down and take a look at the worst toys. So this is my look back at the biggest bombs that I got this year. The biggest letdowns, the absolute worst of the worst. Oh, regrets, but those regrets mean I get to complain about them in today's video. So let's see what made bottom of the heap. My number 10 pick is going to go to the Transformers The Last Night Toys R Us exclusive SKULLITRON. And it truly hurts my heart to have to say that this is on the list because looking at the figure and package, I love it. It's a zombie bot. The sculpt on the head is amazing. It looks all rotted out and rusted. The metal armor that we have on the thing looks really great. The patina that they kind of got going on there, it looks like old copper armor. I mean, it just looks really, really good, and then you move it. So the biggest problem with this figure is all that armor on the chest doesn't lock into place anywhere. It looks like it should, but it doesn't, and it just wiggles around, and it's terrible. It will not fit. The wings are kind of weird and big and bulky, and it can't stand quite right because of them, so it has balancing issues. And then the dragon mode. It's just god-awful terrible. If you get this figure, it does look good if you leave it in the box. If you take it out of the box, it's just a sad, sad piece of plastic. And unfortunately, that's why it's number 10 on this list. My number 9 pick is going to go to ERSO from Star Wars Rogue One, the Star Wars Black Series figure. And this figure is just bleh. There's nothing really exciting about the figure. I mean, it looks okay, and I suppose it looks enough like the actress where it's okay, but it's just so bland. And she's got the little hood thing on there. The only reason I even got this figure, to be honest, is because it was $5 at ThinkGeek on clearance, and I thought, why not go ahead and get a review out of it? And yeah, I mean, it's just bleh. There's nothing exciting at all about this figure. In fact, the only reason I would even suggest getting this figure is to get it for that scarf. If you take that scarf and cut the hood off of it, you can put it on a Jessica Jones Marvel Legends figure, and it looks exactly like she should for the TV show, which is actually pretty cool. So if you can find this figure for $5, it's worth the fodder just to get that scarf so you can enhance your Jessica Jones figure. Again, the only reason I got it is because it was $5 on clearance, and it was Force Friday, and yeah, I mean, other than that, it's just a very bland figure. I suppose it's good custom fodder for a Rebel soldier, but yeah, nothing exciting, and that's why it's number 9 on this list. My number 8 pick is going to go to General Hux from The Force Awakens and Star Wars The Black Series. Now, much like ERSO from Rogue One, this figure is just very bland. He's a very standard Imperial-looking officer. The character in the movie was that way for me as well. I just don't really care for him. He's just a background character with some more lines. So an over-glorified extra, really. And it looks okay. Again, just like Jyn, he looks close enough to the actor, and I really only see this for fodder for an Imperial staff, really. I don't know. I just don't particularly care for the figure much. And again, the reason I got this is because it was on the cheap. I found this brand new in a flea market for, I want to say, $2 or $3. So I figured, why not go ahead and review it? It's just a very bland figure, and the only reason that it was a little bit worse than the Jin figure is because at least with Jin Urso, I could use the scarf for Jessica Jones. This guy, I can't even do that, and that's why he's number 8. My number 7 pick is going to go to the Toys R Us exclusive DC Multiverse Suicide Squad Joker. Now, while I loved the Suicide Squad movie, I really think that Mattel let us down with the movie action figures, and I really thought this was the death throw for the DC Multiverse line. Thankfully, they pressed forward and they made a better line. All of these figures look terrible in the Suicide Squad line. This one, I mean, just bad. It looks nothing like Jared Leto. The body, not bad. The tattoos on it are tampoed really well. I like the silver jacket. Overall, the body itself is fine. It's just the head sculpts on every one of these figures were terrible, and it just does not look very good at all by any means. And some people don't like the look of Jared Leto as the Joker, and I didn't have a problem with it. It was different. It was stylized, and, that works for me. But this figure just looks terrible, and that's why it's number 7. My number 6 pick is going to go to another Transformers figure, and it hurts my heart to say it. It's SKYHAMMER from Transformers Robots in Disguise Combiner Force. Now, this was a figure I've been waiting forever since I first saw the images of it released. It finally came down to Indiana, I don't know, about a month or so ago whenever I did the review on this guy, and I was really looking forward to him because I like the design. It's very Transformers Victory looking to me, which is very cool. And I gotta say, this robot mode I still like, but when you take him apart and try to transform the smaller robots, especially the top half of the robot there, it's got that stupid spring gimmick in it that never works. It didn't work with the MechTech figures from the original Bayformers, and it doesn't work here. The figure is also missing a lot of articulation, which is really unfortunate, but I can forgive that. The spring load crap gimmick, I can't, and it just really irritates me at times, and unfortunately, that's why it's number 6. My number 5 pick is going to go to the Marvel Legends Speed Demon. There was absolutely no reason I was going to buy this figure, but it was on sale, and I only needed him and the Beetle to complete out the Build-A-Figure for this series, so I went ahead and got him. I do have to say, I like the Silvermane on the RC car. At least it came with that. I mean, this guy is just bleh. There is nothing neat about him, nothing exciting. At least they didn't call him Whizzer, which was what his original name was. And he's just a cheap knockoff Flash. That's all this guy is. It's just, I don't like the character in the comics. I don't like the toy. Again, the only reason I got him was because he was on sale, and I just needed him and the Beetle to get that Build-A-Part figure. And, well, for the price of one Marvel Legends, I got both. In fact, I think it was less than the price of one. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing he had the bath part, because that's the only reason I got him. My number 4 pick is going to go to yet another Transformer, and it's Berserker from Transformers The Last Knight. Oh, this figure really irritates the tar out of me. I got this figure because I did not get the Age of Extinction figure. I forget the name of the Decepticon that turned into the SUV, so this pretty much kind of fit that niche for me. The problem is, it looks good in robot mode. It really does. When you try to transform it, it's a flaming piece of crap. All these little bits and parts everywhere on it just fall off. You cannot transform this figure at all with parts falling off of it. I mean, it is atrocious. And then when you do get it into the SUV mode, it doesn't fit quite right together. I mean, it is just bad, bad, bad. I spent a good half of a day messing with this thing and trying to get it to work right, and it's just impossible. And there was a piece on it that I had to file off to get it to function right. It wouldn't even work right without me filing it. I mean, this was just all around a really bad figure. I think this has got to be the worst Transformer that I picked up all year long, and of course, it's a Bayformer. And, well, that's why it's on the top 10 worst list. My number 3 pick is going to go to another Suicide Squad DC Multiverse figure, and it's Harley Quinn. And this is another huge disappointment to me. I love the Harley Quinn character in the movie. Probably the best thing about the movie. Margot Robbie's so hot. She nails this character, and we just miss the mark with this toy. It is atrocious. And again, it's not the body. The body looks fine. It's the head sculpt, much like Wonder Woman from Batman vs. Superman. Whoever was designing these heads needs fired, because these are terrible. There is nothing about this figure that says Margot Robbie. I mean, it's just bad, bad, bad. Yeah, I mean, it gets to the point that I got to buy a more expensive figure to get the figure to look right. I did get the 12-inch version of this figure for my girlfriend's daughter for her birthday, and that looks way better than this figure does. At least it's not hideous. And it's just so disappointing, because I love the character, love the movie, and this could have knocked it out of the park, and they fall flat on the face with it, and it's just such a huge disappointment, and that's why it's number 3 on the worst list. My number 2 pick for the worst figure of 2017 has got to go to another DC Multiverse figure, this time from the Wonder Woman film. It's Menelippe, the Amazon warrior. Is it Menelippe? I don't know. However that's pronounced. This is a terrible figure. A really terrible figure. The face is done badly. It's painted horribly. This is a Toys R Us exclusive that came with the extra bonus parts for Ares, the Build-A-Figure, for the Wonder Woman set. And the biggest thing is that bow right there. There's a weird hole that you put the arrow into the hand, and it twists off. Like, it is now permanently in my figure's hand, because if I try to pull it out, it's going to break. And that is just pathetic and cheap and irritates the crap out of me. I don't know why they did that. And if she's not holding the bow, she has a weird mutant hand. And it's just really bad. Not to mention the face paint on this is awful. The only reason that to get this figure is really for the flaming swords that it comes with for Ares. That's it. This figure is just garbage, unless you want it for fodder for an Amazon set, maybe. I mean, it's just, it's bad. It's really bad, and that's why it's number 2 on my list. Now, before I reveal my number 1 pick, I wanted to give a dishonorable mention to another DC Multiverse figure from Suicide Squad. It's another Harley Quinn. So this is the Amazon exclusive nightclub dress Harley Quinn. And again, this one just misses the mark so bad. The body, not so bad. It's fine. It's the head sculpt again on this figure. I mean, it looks like the other one, and it's ugly. It doesn't look like Margot Robbie, which is really a shame. And this could have been a great figure, and and it came with nothing. The only reason I got this figure is because one was an exclusive, and 2, it was dirt cheap. I got this on sale, and I ended up getting another one out of the deal. I got 2 of them for like $10, I think, and I gave one to my girlfriend because she likes Harley Quinn. But yeah, this is just atrocious, absolutely atrocious, just like the other Harley Quinn. I wish they would have made a 12-inch like they did the other Harley in this, because I like the costume. I just don't like the figure, and I would really love for them to go back and redo the Suicide Squad, face sculpts, because this is just absolutely atrocious, and that's why It's, it's in the top 10 list, but it's not because I already did a Harley, but this one sucks too, so there you go. And my number one pick for absolute worst figure or toy for 2017 has got to go to Alpha 5 from that terrible movie adaptation of the Power Rangers. I'm not a big Power Rangers fan, but at least respect the canon enough to know that that movie was garbage. All the toys look like crap. The designs were terrible. It bombed at the box office. They're not doing a sequel. I guess Saban, is that the name of the company that did it, was very disappointed in it. And this figure is god awful. It's bad from the movie design, and it's bad in the toy design. I mean, I'm really shocked that Bandai did this figure. I mean, this is just terrible. It sucks. It looks like a melted banana ashtray. Ugh. In the stop motions for this thing, I just keep going on and on. Like, it looks like an ashtray from Lady Gaga's house. He looks like a drum cymbal. I mean, this is just terrible. It's like E.T. and a gorilla were melted with aluminum foil on it or something. I don't know what they were thinking, but this is just bad. The only reason that I got this was really to make fun of it in stop motion, and I need to pull it out again looking at it and just, I don't know, give Jar Jar a vacation and beat the snot out of this guy for 2018 because it truly deserves it, and that is why it is number one on my worst toys of 2017. So there it is, my worst toys for 2017. What do you guys think? Do you agree with this list? What do you think were the worst toys and action figures for 2017? Leave a comment below. Jump over to my Facebook page. Join the conversation there. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout the year, and I look forward to kicking off 2018 with each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.